Am I live? I think I'm live now. Question is, how do I add people to this broadcast? So if you're watching, I'm not sure who's watching right now, but I'm definitely trying to figure this out. So let's see. I'm kind of at side view, and I'm sure you can hear me, guys. But what I'm trying to do is add a person onto my blog so that we can have an actual chat. The problem is, this is the first time I'm using this. So, hello?
Hey, Chad.
Oh, you're on.
All right, can you see me?
I can see your face, the one that your picture is on here.
Okay, let me see if I can get the camera.
Okay. Oh, this is cool. I'm just starting this off because I'm not sure how this whole thing works. And I guess like when I watch live videos from other people, definitely have the same, they have the same issue. So let me see. It says you can, see, there's a link. I see, okay, so you can paste this. Let me see if this works. I'm gonna put this on Facebook, please. Copy that. And put it there. And let's go to, let me put the chat thing down here. I'll bring your chat thing up again.
Yeah.
Go to my channel. Live on YouTube now. Okay. Let's see.
You know, I think it's telling me that you have the capability to control my video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not letting me do it, so.
Okay, so, okay, I see. Yeah. Let me see. It says hide from broadcast. Hide from broadcast. What does that mean? Do I click on it?
Okay, that made your video go dark. Okay, and now you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me. I can't see you, so I don't know how to. This is interesting. So how do I control your present to everyone? I don't want to present you to everyone. Anyway. So, but at least get the sound going. You can hear me, and I guess everybody can hear me. If they click this, what will they see? Okay. Oh, okay, I see. It is an actual live. Okay. This is an actual live. Okay, so I shared it on Facebook, so if they wanted to watch, they can watch this, and
that's cool.
This is okay. Okay. So we will start here. What I had to do was I had two screens, and basically the problem that I was having is the issue with the sound.
Right.
And the sound kept dropping because I guess the two kind of clash with each other.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just running on my laptop right now. And for some
Cool.
reason, I don't know why it's kind of laggy when I do that. But so basically, what I want, the reason why I wanted to have this chat session with you, I know we were gonna have a chat session with you and Justine, and I was probably thinking of adding Debbie tomorrow because I was actually listening to your show on your what do you call More Money Now,
Yeah.
and it was pretty cool. I mean, I heard a lot of great information there, and I thought I wanted to share that with my friends here.
Sure.
So I know we're talking about something. Where is it here? And okay, so let me bring this back up. In our conversation earlier, we were talking about, I guess, multiple streams of income. And
Yeah.
so in the earlier part, in our conversation, okay, um, I was asking you about, well, can you do me a favor then? Kind of, can you give me a background on basically who you are, and just go ahead and tell me how you got into, because I knew you from a long time ago, from college,
Right.
and from this point on, I mean, from college point up until where you're at now, I wasn't sure where you went, so I wanted to share just in brief, like from the time I knew you in college to where you are today. I mean, you're in radio and stuff. So, I mean, how did that come about with you?
Sure. So, first off, Chad, thanks for having me on your show.
Sure.
So, for all of your viewers and listeners that are out there, just a brief background on myself. My name is Jonathan Wong. I am a former college instructor and counselor. So that's when, we first met each other. You're one of the
I think
students
I
in
lost you,
our
John.
program.
Sorry. Let me.
You know, I
Hold on,
was
yeah, John. Sorry.
sure, no problem.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Speaker. There. Hello. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm in the earphones now.
Okay.
So for some reason there's an issue with my computer, that it keeps having this issue where it kicks out the sound, and I don't know how to fix it. I've been trying to restart and reboot. Every time I reboot the computer, it's the sounds are on. So what I'm gonna do is, can I stop the live? How can I stop the live but still have you on?
I don't know if that's possible or not.
Okay. So I'm not I'm not sure if this is gonna hear. I mean, we can go on with the interview. I won't be able to hear. I mean, live over here, and people won't hear there. So I'm just wondering if it's recorded on this screen the way we're having it like this.
Yeah. So
and we can try.
It should be recording on the Google Live. Whether or not your Facebook Live folks can hear us,
I got you.
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't know if the sound's going to transfer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. So you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Sure. So, to kind of recap, for your listeners, my name is Jonathan Wong. I am a former college instructor, counselor / administrative professional. So, that's kind of where, we first met, maybe a good 5 years ago it's been now, I believe.
Yeah.
You came through our program. At the time I was a counselor over at Kapiolani. Since that time, I started my consulting practice. So, by day, I'm a business and technology consultant. I'm also a success coach. And, one of the things that I do as part of my, consulting brand, my success coaching brand is, I do have the radio show on the podcast.
Right, right.
So, I have a couple of podcast brands. One of them is the More Money Now show. So the purpose behind the More Money Now show is to basically teach people, how to get out of debt, how to live within their means, live more frugally, lower their everyday costs, as well as to develop multiple streams of revenue. Whether it's residual income or just additional forms of revenue, because, as we all know here in Hawaii, the cost of living is beyond crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, for most people, it's just, it's really hard to get by.
Mm-hmm.
So, part of the solutions to, having more money is to, one, money is a basic math equation. If you want more money, you need to lower your cost and you need to increase the revenue.
Okay.
And, not a lot of people know how to do that. A lot of people take on second or third jobs. That's very common in Hawaii. But, you need to look at the other half of the equation. How can you lower your everyday costs? And how can you increase the revenue without trading for more time? So, for myself as a business and technology consultant, one of my core missions is to help people start a part-time business, which they can eventually leverage into becoming a full-time business. That's what I did for myself. I am a business consultant. I'm a success coach.
Yes.
So, that's one of my brands. We have our other brand that we have. It's called the Bargain Boys 808. I have my Sustainable 808 brand, my Honolulu Heartbeat brand. So, those are the different brands that I have as, a podcaster, a web series host, a radio host. But, that's kind of what I've been doing since, you last saw me, at the college, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. I launched my business consultancy into a full-time practice. I've been doing it part-time for many, many years. I launched my success coaching practice. And then to support all of that, we created my radio program / podcast shows. So, we have all of those brands kind of going on to just, share different messages. Okay. So, with my Sustainable 808 brand, we talk about how to live more sustainable lives here on the islands.
Right.
Energy efficiency, growing your own food. And these are all forms of lowering your everyday cost. The basic idea is if you grow your own food, that's less groceries you need to buy. That's less you need to eat out at the restaurants. If you can lower your energy consumption, that lowers your electricity bill. That lowers our dependence on gasoline and, fossil fuels. So, that's kind of, the basic messages that I share. Start your own business, live a more sustainable life, lower your everyday cost by finding good deals on your everyday expenses. And then, to couple with all of that, there's a lot of different books that I have written and that are also in process. So that's kind of what I do.
Going back on like what we were talking about, basically about having your own income is something that I've always wanted to do for myself after I graduated. And that's why I got into Udemy and YouTube for the same purpose, because I basically want to teach them what I have learned in college and do the same to teach someone else out there. And so I found Udemy through somebody here on YouTube, and I applied and tried to create a few videos. But since I was still in school, I was unable to continue that because it takes a lot of time out of your schedule to create these videos, to create these subjects so that people can visit your videos and buy them. And so I'm looking into not just into doing Udemy, but I was looking more into a broad spectrum of other ways of getting income. And on your show, you had talked about going to the swap meet, as well as garage sales, as well as just other ways or means of getting out there to either sell or even collaborate with other people. I think not even you don't have to even what do you call, exchange money. There's a lot of bartering and bargaining back and forth where you can bargain your talent for another person's talent. So I was
Yeah.
just wondering what your thoughts on those ideas.
Yeah, definitely. That is such a great question, Chad. One of the so here's where I'm going to make the distinction between an additional stream of revenue versus an additional stream of residual revenue. So when we say residual revenue, we're talking about types of revenue that persist on without you needing to do a whole lot of work. So the most popular form of residual revenue is the interest that you earn from your bank account. You deposit your money in a bank account, and they give you interest each and every month for the privilege of holding your money. So nowadays a lot of people, they try to set up residual income by developing these small businesses by selling these network marketing products.
Right.
You might see people doing like doTERRA oils, Nurium skincare, all of those. If you do the business well, you can develop residual income.
Okay.
Form of very good residual income, like you've hit upon, is the broader category of what we call info products. So info products could be, you write your own book, you develop your own online course. Back in the day, people used to do like audio courses, video courses. You would get like these audio CDs, these DVDs.
Right.
Nowadays, we've evolved to the online course. So, a lot of, the last time you saw me, about 4 years ago, I was teaching the Intro to College course
Right.
over at PCC. A lot of what I did in those, since you last saw me, is, I basically took all of the courses that I used to teach and I made them into online video courses, and I've uploaded them onto places like Udemy, onto places like Coursera, up onto like iTunes, up onto Amazon. So the basic idea is, there are still people who prefer to listen to audio CDs. You upload your course to like iTunes, you upload it to Amazon, people purchase it as a CD. So there's so many ways that people consume information. When you and I reconnected, about a month or two ago, you bought a copy of my book.
Yes.
So basically, how the info product industry works is you're just repackaging the same information into different forms.
Right.
So, what I've wrote in my book, I sell for $20 as a print book, $10 as an ebook. The online course that teaches, a lot of the same information, just in an expanded form, it goes for $100 on Coursera, $100 off of my own website. The audio CD course version, because it's a whole bunch of CDs that has hours of information, that goes for $50.
Okay.
It's the same information, just in different forms. So each time, it took me maybe a good 4 months to create everything, to write the book, to record the CDs, to record the online course. So 4 months of investment of my time gives me an ebook, a print book, an audio course, a video course, and an online course. And each of those sell at different price points. It took a lot of time to create the information, but I have all these products that I can sell, and all of this gives me residual income. Each and every month, I'll make a couple of sales here and there. And, these are, even if I sell just, 200 or even just $50 worth of product in a month,
Mm-hmm.
that's $50 of income I would not have had otherwise.
Right.
So, so the point that you make about taking your knowledge and packaging it into like online course, that's a very good point. In this day and age, they call this the information age for a reason. Beyond anything else, human beings are consumers of information. And all of us has a specialized knowledge set that another person is willing to pay for.
Right.
So, I do encourage you and everybody else that is listening to the show, think about the specialized knowledge that you have and think about ways you can package it. Your average ebook goes for $10. Your average print book goes for $20. Your average audio course goes for $50. Your average video course goes for $100. So I would encourage all of you to, get out, a tape recorder or just hit play on your mobile phone, record yourself talking about your areas of specialty, and then just get that transcribed into book form. It doesn't cost you anything to upload an ebook to Amazon, believe it or not.
Okay.
It doesn't cost you anything to upload, a print book to Amazon. These are free services. So there's no reason why people shouldn't be a published author. It's absolutely free
Yeah.
to put it up there.
So can I dig a little deeper then on
Sure.
the fact of because I've been interested in creating books, right?
Yeah.
For writing.
Yes.
And I've seen the process that you have to go through in order to just create the book, and then you have to get it into a different format in order to get it into Amazon.
Yeah.
So
correct.
my question is, I guess you can use like Microsoft or any thing that you can type on, and then you transcribe it. But and the process does take some time. So can you go a little in detail, just for the book part, from creating it from Microsoft and then transcribing it, and then even doing audio or whatever,
Sure.
and then heading into Amazon? Kind of like take us through the steps on what you went through, so that we have an understanding of how you got to the point of creating your own ebook.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, you're correct. The process starts with actually writing it. So, a couple of things there, just some writing tips. Going back to English 100,
Yes.
the first thing you want to do is just set up an outline.
Okay.
Outline each book chapter with your topics that you want to cover, and then break down each chapter into the individual subtopics.
Okay.
So, going back to writing basics.
Okay.
You could use Microsoft Word. You could use Google Docs. I recommend using a software called Scrivener.
Okay.
So Scrivener is a software that is designed for professional writers.
Okay.
It is 20 times better than Microsoft Word.
Okay.
You type in Scrivener, and it pumps everything out into a book format automatically.
And that's something you can download on your computer.
Yeah, Scrivener.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just Google it. Scrivener for writers.
Okay.
It'll take you to the website. I forget the name of the company that sells it, but I believe Scrivener goes for about maybe $70,
Okay.
but it's worth every single penny, especially if you plan to write multiple books.
Yes. Okay.
So at this point, I have 3 books that I've published. I'm working on my next 2 books. Those will be out by either February or March, and then I have a whole bunch of books that I've lined up to get done in 2017. So, I'll be banging out a new book, hopefully each month is my
Okay.
production schedule.
Okay. I'll be looking into that. Sorry, go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, once you finish writing your book, you will want to get it professionally edited.
Okay.
Just to make sure that, everything sounds good. All of your grammar is correct. Because, a lot of people who self-publish their own book, they don't bother with the editing process. So when you read through the work, it reads very much like a first draft.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you just want to put up something up there that is of quality, that reflects well on yourself. Especially if it's your name that's on the front cover.
Yeah, right.
So, don't skip around on getting it edited. Pay
Okay.
for an editor.
Okay.
The next step that you're going to need to do is you want to get a cover designed. So Amazon has a service called CreateSpace.
CreateSpace.
So,
Okay.
yeah, CreateSpace.com. That's Amazon's sub company that is out there for self-publishers. So within CreateSpace, it allows you to create your own cover. So you could go through CreateSpace. I forget how much they charge you, but I never used CreateSpace. I have a graphic artist friend who does
Oh,
all of my
nice.
book covers for me.
Okay.
So, a lot of your listeners, as well as yourself, I'm sure you know a graphic artist or two
Yes.
that would be
Yes.
willing to help you to put a cover together.
Yeah.
So, work with your cover artist friend. If you don't have any graphic artist friend, there's a lot of resources out there that you can use to find a graphic artist.
Yes.
You can use stuff like Fiverr, like Upwork,
Yes.
like 99 Designs.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of ways to find a graphic artist if you don't know one.
Okay.
So those are the two main things that you need. You need to write it, you need to get it edited, you need to get a cover design.
Okay.
From there, you have to get the interior layout of the book done. You could actually do that within CreateSpace. CreateSpace does allow you to work on the interior layout.
Okay.
Or you could have your graphic artist friend do the interior layout for you.
Okay. Okay.
So again, that's another thing that needs to be done. So from there, once you go through all of that process, CreateSpace will send you what's called the book proof, which is basically what the book will look like in printed format. They have a little software online that lets you look through what it looks like. You could also order a print copy of it to go
Okay.
through. And then from there, you just hit approve and boom, you're a published author. Your book is now for sale on Amazon.
Okay.
From there, CreateSpace allows you to translate your book into an ebook. So it's just a matter of hitting a button and voila, it transfers it into an ebook. And now you have the Kindle version as well.
Okay.
So that's, the Amazon process. You could have your book transferred into an ebook by any, tech-savvy friend that you have. Or you could find a tech-savvy person on like a Fiverr or an Upwork or like a guru that will do it for you as well. I do encourage you to get the EPUB file. So ebooks are done in what's called EPUB format.
Yes.
Just like how Microsoft has .doc format, PDF format, ebooks are published in what they call EPUB format. So once you get the EPUB file, you can publish to Kindle, you can publish to the Barnes & Noble book, you can put it up on Apple iBooks. You want to distribute your book as widely as possible.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's basically how, the self-publishing industry works in a nutshell.
Okay. Cool. That sounds. The last thing I think I wanted to ask you before we go. So you have a radio show. I noticed, and that is a great means of advertising. I mean, whether it be for a nonprofit group like a church, and or for whatever businesses that are willing to collaborate with you. If there is, like, for example, a church or a business that was interested in collaborating, like, let's say having coming on there for a short minute or two or for a segment, and be able to kind of explain, who we are and that kind of thing. First of all, would that cost anything? And second of all, what would the process be in order to get ourselves out there so that people know where we are at, that kind of thing?
Yeah, great question again. Yes, so there would be a cost with it because believe it or not, on our end, we do need to pay for airtime. So most people that you see on the radio, they are responsible for paying for their own airtime. And the way that they make their money back is they have to sell basically ads or sponsorships for the show.
Right.
So, to bring a person on for, a 15-minute segment, the charge would be about $100, and that pays for, that's basically the math. $100 for a 15-minute segment, and you can talk about whatever it is you folks wish, and that's pretty standard through the radio industry on a smaller independent station, like what we're on. KPRP is a smaller independent station.
Right.
If you guys want to get on a show on a bigger station, then that price goes up.
Okay.
It could go up to like maybe 300. It can get pretty crazy
Mhm.
in terms of airtime fees.
What demographics? I mean, what part of the islands does it reach your niche or
Yeah,
your channel?
so KPRP, they actually reach. It's actually an international station in scope. So
Oh,
the station that we're on, it targets the Filipino market.
okay.
So because so locally, it locally it broadcasts island wide on Oahu, but
Okay.
part of the station's business plan is to reach Filipinos worldwide. So they do have the live stream that goes on the internet, and that particular stream, it reaches the Filipinos out in the Philippines, it reaches the Filipinos on the U.S. mainland, it reaches
Mm.
the Filipinos out in South America. You'd be surprised how far the Filipino diaspora has gone. They're everywhere. As far as
That's cool.
our show, the More Money Now show, we also distribute our show as a podcast. So there's two. So if you think of it, there's two separate audiences that we reach. There's the audiences that we
Okay.
reach through the Filipino radio station that is our host, and then we also have a separate audience that we reach as the More Money Now show. So,
Okay.
with our distribution, it is also worldwide. So, just looking through our podcast statistics, we reach viewers on the East Coast, we reach viewers in Europe, we reach
Mm.
viewers in South America as well. So, it's a worldwide audience, and that's the beauty of the internet in its form nowadays.
Right.
You reach a worldwide audience. The
Mhm.
numbers, because we're still a new show, so we're not talking, like tens upon thousands of people. I wish I could say, oh yeah, we reach 90,000 people each week. That's
Right.
not the case.
Right. Right.
We're
Right.
still in just like the small hundreds.
Okay. Okay. I mean, they're still reaching people. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we still reach people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that is pretty cool, John. It was great having this interview with you. Just wanted to thank you very much for coming on, and I am most definitely will like to. Huh?
Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. We will do this again, and I'm hoping to get all three of you together, you, Justine, and Debbie, to kind of chat about how you guys really made it from where you guys were from and then to where you guys are today. It's pretty cool because yourself, you have a whole spectrum of different things that you do, and we only scratched the surface in this interview. So I definitely want to go deeper into that interview. But until then, I'll talk to you later. And I just wanted to thank you guys very much for checking out Chat Show. I hope you guys check out this podcast video on the Facebook here, YouTube, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Thanks, John, for coming on again.
Aloha.
Aloha. Talk later. Aloha, guys.